Jamaica play Canada for their second Group B match. Both teams left with a point from their opener match. So what can either hope for in this match? Well, Lee Phelps, William Hill's In Play radio host, is here on the line to answer that question and more. Jamaica managed a cool 2-2 draw against Costa Rica in their opener, whilst Canada held Salvador to a scoreless draw. So what can we expect in terms of goals and from both sides in this match?
Well, we previewed a bit of the Copa America, didn't we? And Jamaica didn't score a single goal in that and lost 3 games by a single goal to nil. But they were playing like probably a better level of opposition, of course. Uruguay and Argentina were in their group, so and Paraguay as well. So three good teams they played, and they managed to keep them down to 1 goal. Now they come into this and obviously draw 2-2 in their opening game against Costa Rica, so they have got goals in them. I think we'll see over 2.5 here personally. I think Canada are capable of scoring. I mean, Canada, looking back at the recent performances, I think they scored 4 against Dominica, which is, it's good. But I mean, we are talking about the 174th ranked team in the world of football, so it's not like they're a superpower of football or anything. But they've obviously got goals in them, Canada. And I think if Jamaica are playing maybe a slightly more open brand of football, they've gone from not conceding too many goals to really good teams to conceding 2 against Costa Rica. So maybe they've decided to be a bit more open, a bit more expressive in this tournament. So I can see over 2.5.
I agree, and I think Jamaica were open in that match against Costa Rica, and I think, but my question is, why didn't Canada score against El Salvador? Were you surprised by that?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, they will be very disappointed not to have got something out of that game, as in a win and giving themselves a real good chance of getting through, because it puts a lot of pressure on them now in this game, and of course in the next game. That's arguably their easiest game of the group, isn't it? So they really would have been looking for a win. And again, I think in tournament football, if you don't get that first result that you need, then you really need to be looking, at the next one to win. I mean, the way this is all poised now, this group, everyone's got a point. So everyone's in the same position. So it's still not the case where you're going to see Canada or Jamaica or Costa Rica or El Salvador go hell for leather for the win. I still think it'll be quite cautious. So that's the one thing to bear in mind in this game. But I do think as the game wears on, that the teams will look for a win. So I think these games will end up being more open than they start off being. It might be quite a cagey first half and then open up in the second half. But I think Canada will have to score here. I think they have to score because they can't go through this tournament not scoring if they want to get through to the next stage.
I agree with you, and I tell you what, though, it definitely gives us value there to go because we are going against the bookies. The over is priced 2.88, the under is priced 1.44, so great value there for the over. Yeah. Both teams to score is 2.2, and then no is 1.67. So great odds. Go and combine that. And I think you're laughing. But who do you think's going to win? Is it a draw, or are we looking at a winner here?
Well, I quite like Jamaica. I mean, before the tournament started, I was looking at Jamaica. And I know they didn't do great in the Copa America. They were invited to take part, and they did okay against real top-level opposition, and they kind of got used to that top level of opposition. They're kind of coming down a step now in this competition to teams who they should be beating. Now, they only got that 2-2 draw against Costa Rica, but before that, they've beaten Cuba 3-0. Before the Copa America, they've beaten Venezuela 2-1. I'm going to go for Jamaica to win this game and be over 2.5 goals in the match as well. I think the fact that they're playing against a better opposition for longer and they've got more preparation for this tournament, I think will stand them in good stead. Look, Canada have been in decent form. Beat Guatemala by 1-0, beat Puerto Rico by 3-0, and then those games against Dominica as well, where they scored 2 away and 4-0 at home. So they've got goals in them, but I think Jamaica can just outscore them. I think they're just a bit better than Canada. So Jamaica are over 2.5 goals. You're coming in around 5.0, which I think is a nice price actually. You might not need to go as mad as that. If you don't want to be that greedy, then just take Jamaica for me. I think they'll just pip it. It might only be 2-1, but I think they'll just get the job done here.
I tell you, I also quite like Jamaica -1 there, 1.4. Not bad odds. I'm going for the Jamaica win as well. Winners market has Jamaica favourite 2.45. Bet Victor, Canada 3.1, and the draws 3.2. Bet 365. So you can just take Jamaica, or would you take the Jamaica -1 for odds of 4.1?
I'll stick with my Jamaica and over 2.5. I just think it's a bit safer. If Canada score and Jamaica get 2, then you still got your bet, and it's virtually the same sort of price. So I like yours. Actually, it's a bit bigger, isn't it? It's 5.0, like Jamaica and over 2.5. So I'll go with that one.
All right. So Jamaica and over 2.5 goals. Lee Phelps, thank you for joining us.
No problem.